Hey there, hi there, hello there, internet dwellers, and welcome to another episode of the GC Informer. I'm your host, Orange Lightning, bringing you this weekend news, so let's get straight into it. Here's a game that lots of people were looking forward to, Devil May Cry 5, and still looking forward to it. However, it's got a buzzword in it now. Yay, microtransactions have appeared. Oh goody! So why would you spend your real-world money in Devil May Cry 5? Well, that would be to upgrade your character faster, so you can get through the game quicker. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Oh yeah, I remember. Shadow of War did something like that. A quick and dirty progression way to get through the single player, presumably, faster. It went really well in that game, didn't it? Director Hideaki Itsuno, I probably butchered that, has officially confirmed that this pretty much is the reason why it's there, saying we want to give this to people as an option, a way to save time. This system was available in the Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition and apparently didn't go down very well there and did receive a lot of backlash, so it's very bizarre why Capcom would decide to put this in the new game, especially when it had such a great reception and everyone was super hyped for it. Why? Do they just not enjoy people being happy about their games or something? They just have to find some way to sort of lower people's expectations. But I don't understand this weird mentality of, hey, you know what, you just bought a AAA game that was super pricey. How about you spend more money to get through it faster? No? If I don't have the time to play your game, I'm probably not going to buy your game. I'm not going to spend more money for less game. Come on. Now some much more somber news, which I'm sure a lot of people will have already heard because it's been everywhere. Telltale Games is closing down. On Friday, there was an official announcement from Telltale Games' Twitter talking about that the studio would be closing its doors and there are 25 remaining staff to finish off bits and commitments that they'd already made, but everyone else was given, I believe, 30 minutes or something to leave the building. It sucks. Quite frankly, there's nothing else to say about it. It really, really sucks. Telltale Games were a fantastic studio and made some really, really good games and series. They really innovated the way of narrative storytelling. I think a lot of people were pleasantly surprised that by playing a game that was mostly dialogue choices and command prompts, that it was actually really immersive and oh wow, the storytelling was just phenomenal. I and most of the world cried like a baby at the end of the first series of The Walking Dead and got well and truly tied up in the Wolf Among Us. You know, it was some really, really good experiences there. But perhaps this wasn't totally out of the blue. Telltale have been struggling since November last year, with announcements of 25% of the staff being laid off for a restructure. Having been through a company restructure myself, which also shockingly ended in administration, I've come to expect the word restructure to be a bad word in business, especially when it means lots of people no longer work here. There were also lots of reports earlier this year about toxic management, and let's not forget that the CEO, well, former CEO, wanting to sue Telltale as well. So there has been a lot of bad things floating about Telltale lately, and whilst it's still awful and just terrible that they have felt the need to now close, it didn't completely come out of the blue. So where does this leave the final series of The Walking Dead? Because that had only just started coming out. It's supposed to be a 4-part finish to Clementine's story, which I know a lot of people were desperate to play. Hell, even I wanted to play it, and I hadn't actually played the rest of it. I was still on season 2, I think. But it would have been really nice to get closure for Clementine after all this time and all the growth she's been through. Sadly, it's very much looking like that's not going to happen. The first episode is already out. The second episode is still scheduled to come out in a couple of days' time, but after episode 2, there won't be the third and fourth episodes. Sources from US Gamer have reported that the Walking Dead team were among the people who were let go, so if they're not there, that probably means there won't be any more Walking Dead. All in all, a sad time for the games industry, another studio closing, and this time something with such prestige as well as Telltale Games is sad times. Hopefully, fingers crossed, some of those IPs may be picked up and maybe we will see a new Wolf Among Us at some point in the future. The demand is definitely there. Perhaps another studio would be willing to do it. Who knows? But something that is great to see and really boosts the amazingness that the games industry does have is the amount of studios that have already begun reaching out to Telltale staff and offering them positions at their studios instead. I'm sure in the following weeks to come there will be many more updates and stories coming out from the people who worked at Telltale, but for now we say goodbye to Telltale Games. It has been fun. Back to Capcom, but this time not crap. They are finally bringing the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy to everybody. Yes, everybody. It looks like a slight remaster, only like tuning up, I would imagine, to adjust resolutions, but Phoenix Wright, the trilogy, will be coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC, and of course Nintendo Switch. I loved the original trilogy, I thought they were great, and to be honest, the original trilogy I think are the best games in the whole Ace Attorney franchise. The newer games were okay, but the original trilogy were just very, very good. The trilogy will be coming in early 2019, so if you are a big fan and want an excuse to buy it again and play it again, there's that. And if you've never played it before and really wanted to, but can't really get hold of the DS games, for example, because they stayed really expensive, there's a good chance here as well. So, can look forward to that. And that's all for today's news. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to stay tuned to GameCast for more awesome gaming content, and stick around, jump in our Discord, get to know us, chat with us. We talk about all kinds of crap, all the time. I've been your host, Orange Lightning. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, and I'll see you all again real soon. Take care for now. Bye!